A cohort is a Roman battalion of about 600 men. So don't get the picture this was just a little intimate thing of Judas and 4 or 5 soldiers and Jesus and the apostles. There were 600 Roman soldiers armed to the teeth, torches, and not only that, but there were officers from the temple. That is, the temple police were there too. It wasn't just these soldiers, it was the temple police. Who knows how many they were? And they were armed. And in a few minutes, we're going to go to Luke 2, and we're going to find there was another large group of people there. Elders. The elders of the Jewish church. The local leaders of the Jewish people. Hundreds and hundreds of people came to arrest one man. Now let me ask you a question before we go on. Why did Rome get involved? Why in the world did Rome agree to send 600 soldiers to arrest this Galilean son of a carpenter? Ask yourself that question. Because this is the beginning of the Roman state's war against Almighty God incarnate. It intensifies as we go on. Why did the state decide to wage war against this preacher? I think there's 2 reasons. I think the first reason is that the Jewish leaders manipulated them. The Jewish leaders were powerful men. They hated Christ. They'd already determined that they're going to kill him years ago. The only problem is these Jews who had local leaders, they could arrest people and punish them for various crimes, but they couldn't put anybody to death because Judea was still under the thumb of Rome. And so if these Jewish leaders found somebody that deserved capital punishment, they had to convince Rome to do it because they couldn't do it. So now you got these soldiers with their captain out to arrest this man that the scribes and Pharisees have found guilty of blasphemy, which is a capital crime, and of claiming to be God. I think there's a second reason too. The reason Rome got involved is they started to realize this man may be a threat. I mean, he draws crowds everywhere he goes. They're telling all kinds of legends about him, of raising the dead and healing the sick and feeding the hungry. And just a week ago, he rode into Jerusalem like he was a great king on a donkey on Palm Sunday, and the streets were lined with people putting palm leaves and their own coats in his path and hailing him, the son of David, the king. He's acting like a king. People are calling him Lord, which in Greek is Kyrios, which is what the title that Caesar chose for himself. Now, is this all just a myth, or should we be afraid of this guy? Let's don't take a chance. We have the opportunity now to end this potential threat once and for all. So let's cooperate with the Jews. Judas then, verse 3, having received the Roman cohort and officers, that is, temple police, from the chief priests and the Pharisees, they were the local leaders, came there with lanterns and torches. Torches were big bunches of straw with pine resin put in them, and lit up the night, and all kinds of weapons to arrest Jesus. Verse 4, Jesus, therefore, knowing all the things that were coming upon him. How do you know that? Did he have an informant in Judas's camp? No. He's God. And John never tires of emphasizing that. Jesus knew what was in the heart of men. Jesus knew everything that was about to take place that night. It was all a part of his plan. You remember he said that my death is my hour. It's what I was born for. It's what God planned from all eternity, that on the hour of Friday I die on the cross for the salvation of sinners. He knew everything that was going on. Probably knew the name of every one of those Roman soldiers. No, probably. I'm sure he did as God. Knew the name of all the temple police. Knew when they were going to come. Complete control. And whatever goes on in this life today, don't ever doubt that Jesus is still in complete control. Who rules this world today in this country? Not the Democrats, not the Republicans, not powerful bankers behind these people, but Christ is still the King.